think it's going to adjust. I don't think we're going to see what we saw in the second quarter because obviously there was a rush to close to sort of beat that mansion tax.
How much of that was the conversation with all of your customers and clients? Were they saying, okay, look, we got to move on this?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of that conversation
right.
because people wanted to have a savings. Even people who are buying at the very high end don't want to pay millions of dollars in tax. So.
I heard there was like a logjam of people trying to get things done, trying to get mortgage brokers, trying to get building agents to do. How many closings at the peak were you doing a day, and how is that compared to the average?
I mean, we were talking to managing agents, encouraging them to do extended hours, to do sometimes 7 closings a day.
7 a day.
Because we really wanted to facilitate this process and get it done for people. You know, there's savings, and it was a real positive for everybody.
So when you look at the rest of the year and what could be positive for this market, I mean, the only thing I see, mortgage rates, which don't really affect Manhattan because over half the deals in Manhattan are cash. You've got, on the negative side, the SALT changes with taxes. You've got the lack of foreign buyers.
Right.
What could
and
go
right? And we still have new construction.
Right.
There's still a lot of new construction coming on.
Oversupply. I agree with you. There's a lot of oversupply. We saw a lot of new construction closing in the second quarter, but there's still an oversupply, and there's still a lot of overpriced inventory. So we need, you know, supply and demand to intersect to start to get the market fluid. And I think sellers need to be reasonable. It's time to price accordingly. You know,
so you just think there are people that are holding on, wishing and praying.
Exactly,
that the
they're praying. Exactly.
But are they off by 10% or are they off by 30%? I mean, I think that's the real issue.
I mean, I think it depends on where you are. I mean, you know, the Upper East Side, there's a lot in the co-op market that is overpriced, let's say by 10%, 15%. And days on the market is your enemy. If you're on for a year, obviously you need to adjust your prices. And so we've been telling this to our sellers over and over again. And I think once they do that, buyers are going to see an opportunity to negotiate and get a deal.
Now, Brown Harris,
prices will come down.
Yeah.
How much of a hit?
I think if we can adjust, already we've adjusted a bit, as you mentioned. So I think if we can come down reasonably 5-10%, I think then you'll start to see a more fluid real estate market.
You're in Florida, too. You have offices in Palm Beach and Miami.
Yes.
What are you seeing there? And are you really seeing a migration from clients who just said, I've had enough of New York, I'm going to go where there's no income tax in Florida? And has your business there been helped by that?
You can never have enough of New York, but we did have our best year ever in 2018 for Palm Beach.
Okay.
You know, we did have a real uptick there, and we're still doing a very healthy business.
But do you feel like that was a narrow band? I mean, that's a very specific group.
Yeah, it is a very specific group, but
mainly Northeasterners.
Yeah, a lot of those. You know, it's domestic.
And a lot of retirees.
And a lot of retirees. And we did have some people from New York who were saying, you know what, I'm full-timing it to Palm Beach.
Now, Hamptons, you're also in the Hamptons.
Which is a seasonal market, and that's been a bit of a challenge. That market has not been as good as we would like. Good rental market, but for sales, it's been a little challenging.
For sales, I've heard it's maybe even as bad or worse than the crisis in the Hamptons when it comes to trying to sell a property there.
You know, I think it's like anything. It has to be priced right. And the sellers everywhere are still in this mindset. They see, like, the Ken Griffin sale of $238 million. I think that's reality, and they can price high. That is not reality.
But again, in the Hamptons, overpriced by 10% or 30%? Because I've looked.
Yeah.
That stuff is not moving.
It isn't. It's static.
It's not moving at all.
Yeah.
And you drive up and down those roads, and there's like a sign on every door.
It's true. That's a sign telling you need to adjust your prices, because buyers are not stupid. Even if they're wealthy, they're not going to overspend. You have to substantiate where you get those prices.
Here's the problem, though. Most people who sell a house have to sell a house. If you're really wealthy, if you're in the Hamptons, it's discretionary. So we're seeing in New York, the Hamptons, just this inventory piling and piling.
But is that a situation?
People are just going to.
But we're not in a situation where they're forced sellers. So you talked about the crisis,
right?
In the crisis, there were forced sellers because they didn't have a job.
That's why this is even worse, because the inventory is just going to keep piling up. Because now we're not going to see a big drop in prices.
But a lot of these people have jobs and they can hold on. They're happy to pay the maintenance, and it doesn't matter.
That's exactly right. I agree. I mean, they don't, it's discretionary.
It means that there are just no sales. There just aren't.
They're not willing to. They're not motivated. If they had to sell because of a financial restraint, then you're going to see them get very motivated, right? It's like anything.
There's one road that leads to the Hamptons. Becky, tell them about down at the shore. Can't you get there like 10 different ways?
Yeah, but they're all crowded too.
There isn't even a left lane in the Hamptons, I think.
No,
it's going the other way.
No. Well, you don't need the maximum speed's like 8 miles an hour going.
But
I don't understand that.
Jersey Shore, there are alternatives. It just turns out most of them are.
Go west, young man.
Helicopters, folks.
Coconut
Helicopters.
I like that. That's a good idea.
That's exactly. I mean, I wasn't going to say that. I don't want to out you again.
Bess,
On
you know,
Blade.
by the way, I'm not shop. I'm like a window shopper. I like to look.